Welcome to the Student Chronicles Podcast, the show that shines a spotlight on the recent groundbreaking developments in higher education. I'm your host from Los Angeles Valley College, Kristin Yegoyan, and I'm thrilled to bring you the latest news and insights surrounding the historical win for Adjunct healthcare. After months of negotiations, we have an incredible update to share. The Los Angeles Community College District, LACCD, has made a groundbreaking decision to offer adjunct faculty the same healthcare benefits as their full-time counterparts. In a press announcement released on April 12th, LACCD revealed that adjunct faculty employed at a 0.33 full-time equivalent will now have access to comprehensive healthcare benefits. These benefits extend to eligible dependents and will become effective later this summer. The path to this achievement began to gain traction when Governor Gavin Newsom committed $200 million in a state budget proposal in January 2022. Logan Fisher, a student leader from Los Angeles Pierce College, and myself met at the Los Angeles Trade Tech College where AFT 1521 is holding their part-time healthcare press conference, an event. Let's tune in on what adjunct faculty, union leaders, and LACCD leaders had to say about this historical win.
My name is Logan Fisher. I'm a student intern with AFT 1521. Could you introduce yourself and explain your position?
My name is Corey Osuna. I'm an adjunct fashion design instructor at Los Angeles Trade Technical College.
Sure. My name is Amelia Borja. I'm an adjunct professor. I work mostly at Los Angeles Valley College.
Yourself.
Hi, I am Dr. Jessica St. Paul. I am the chair of the Adjunct Faculty Action Committee and lead student debt clinic trainer for AFT 1521.
How do you feel about this victory today?
Oh, I can't believe it. I'm so excited. I'm trying to be calm, but I can't believe it. So I've been here for 15 years and haven't had health insurance the entire time. So for me to finally get health insurance after 15 years of not having health insurance, I'm ecstatic. It's just life-changing for me.
It's incredible. It's really life-changing for all of the adjuncts in the district that work so hard in order to provide really quality and careful education to the students. So supporting our livelihood is really important.
As this is an historic moment for LACCD, I know that we've had faculty members who are not even with us anymore today, but adjunct faculty who've been fighting since the beginning of time for decades for adjunct faculty health insurance. And this is the first time in history that now adjunct faculty will get health insurance for themselves, their family, and their spouse. This is an amazing day because we know that faculty wellness equals student success, and I'm excited.
What advice, if any, would you give to any faculty who live in a different district and would like to see a deal like this implemented?
Oh, I definitely advise you to get involved. I had no idea that the concept of just so simple, when we fight, we win, is true. It's a simple concept. But it's true. If you really fight and push for something, change can happen. It's so exciting.
We have an opportunity to have open membership. We allow the opportunity for faculty to join at any time in their life cycle that they're here. We have amazing benefits. And one of the benefits for us being able to fight for this win, we couldn't have done it without our members. So remember, without our members, there's nothing that we can do without them. So please join AFT 1521 today.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Oh, I would like to say thank you so much to all the people out there who do all that hard work of fighting hard and going back to the table, renegotiating, asking for better situations. Thank you. I would really want them to hear it. I hope they can hear this. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It's changing my life.
Give your energy to the things that you care about and the things that you're passionate about, and not to things that you think that you're obligated to. Just really amazing to see. There's so many people that have been working for this for so long, and everyone in this community is just so incredibly positive and supportive. So to see what can happen with the collective effort, as an individual, I feel really supported. I feel that my family is supported. I feel that my community is supported, all because of these people showing up and fighting the hard fight.
I would definitely say, students, you are now going to have adjunct faculty who can focus on you in the classroom, give you additional support, because we know our healthcare is taken care of.
There you have it. You heard it first at the Student Chronicles Podcast. Students, stay loyal to your passions, When we fight, we win, and faculty wellness equals student success. Let's hear what our union leaders are saying about this historical win.
My name is Juan Ramirez, and I'm the UTLA Vice President and the new Executive Vice President-elect at CFD.
I'm Grace Chi, and I'm the chapter president at West LA College. And chapter president means we're one of the 10 vice presidents of our local, because there's 9 campuses, and then we have a retirement chapter. So I'm one of the chapter presidents for my college is West LA College.
I can do that. My name is Bill Ellerton-Selick, and I am the Faculty Guild's Executive Vice President and the Chief Negotiator. So I'm pretty much myself and the management team. We wrote this particular MOU that got major improvements to our part-time healthcare.
James McKeever, AFT Faculty Guild President.
How do you feel about this historic win?
It is historic and monumental. I've been an active union member for over 10 years. And the whole time I've been working on health insurance. In fact, I sat on the Committee on Political Education, COPE, and with Natalina. And every trustee we interviewed, including David Vela, I added a question about health insurance for adjunct faculty. Because from our perspective, all faculty, we are all faculty, whether we're counselors, librarians, teaching faculty, full-time or adjunct faculty. We're all faculty, and everyone deserves health insurance. Health insurance is a human right, and it's ridiculous in 2023 when most countries offer health insurance that we cannot offer it to our faculty. It's not respectful. So this is historic. Every trustee that we interviewed or that I was a part of, and now we're including a number of them were here today. We always asked a health insurance question.
It's been a long time coming. I've been with the district and fighting issues like this for about 35 years now. And we've had in our contract, our collective bargaining agreement for decades, this idea of parity between, those that do the work should get the pay and it should be equal. And it's always been in our contract, and it's taken, we make minor improvements every year, a little bit more for adjuncts, a little bit more respect, a little bit more job security, a little bit more each time. Ultimately, it always comes down to money and the will of the state to fund things. And we've been fighting for this healthcare issue. It's always been about money, and the membership itself, the students, the faculty, especially the adjuncts, coming together and getting the legislative fix to fund it. The program actually has existed for many years, but it was funded at under $1 million statewide. So districts who participated got nothing. Our district spent upwards of $3 million every year and got back $25,000 to $36,000. So it wasn't any benefit. It was expensive. With the increase in funding, which was a cooperation of everybody, we were able to get that in place. And then that was signed somewhere, I want to say back in September. And then there just seemed to be no progress. And then that took our adjunct faculty and our union members coming to our board to impress upon them the urgency that we needed to act on. And after that, the district responded, and they responded very well. And we worked together as a group and a team to come up with what we have come up with. So it's not a drastic change from what we had before, other than it covers, the qualifying events, all that part's the same. We gave nothing back, except now they'll be able to cover not themselves and their families, as opposed to themselves with family costing a couple thousand a month. So it's a huge win for stability. But the fight never ends. We're going to have to continue the fight to make sure that the state continues to fund it and fund it at a level that allows it to cover what's needed. And so that's where we're headed, to keep that fight up.
I mean, this is amazing. I mean, this is life-changing. I spent the first part of my younger life without health insurance for me and my son, as I was a single parent. And I know how stressful this is. And I think that this is a benefit, not just to our faculty, but our students too, because now our faculty don't have to work just to cover their healthcare bills. They don't have to worry about if they're going to go into debt or something, or if they're not going to be able to cover their families, which means they get to spend more time with their students and they get to focus. And that's just a win for everybody.
And do you have any message to any adjunct faculty in any other community college district that has not organized a deal like this yet?
Yes, we're working statewide. The money is there. So we worked hard. So I was part of the lobbying efforts to make sure that we got the money, the $200 million in the state. And that was a brilliant move on our part. We lobbied legislators to get that. So the money is there. All they have to do is apply for it, and then they can get it.
Well, I would say to their board, to their CFOs, their financial people, the money's there. It's the right thing to do. I mean, it's like, it's the right thing to do, even if it's just for your students. You know, we don't want to be bringing sick faculty to work, getting everybody else sick because they're afraid to go to the doctor. They should be able to call out sick, be able to go to the doctor, get well, come back to school, so we're not spreading it around. And I think that all became clear during COVID. So it's good for everybody. It's good for the campus, good for management, good for the whole setup.
The thing I'd like to say most is healthcare is a human right that every single person in the country should be able to have. All right. I'd say across the planet, but let's focus on California. This is only the first step. Students should not settle for their families not having quality, low-cost healthcare, and for themselves not having quality, low-cost healthcare, whether they're employed or not. So this is the eventual goal is we're going to keep fighting to AFT 1521 till we get that goal for all our community members.
This is a great chance for union members to join forces with their local union and advocate for healthcare benefits across all community colleges.
Could you introduce yourself and explain your position?
Sure. My name is Kelsey Eno, and I am a trustee of LACCD, seat number 7.
My name is Michelle Henderson. I am the first vice president of the LACCD Board of Trustees.
Yeah, I'm David Vela. I'm board president of the LA Community College Board of Trustees.
Yes, I'm Chancellor Francisco Rodriguez of the Los Angeles Community College District.
How do you feel about this victory?
Oh, it's huge. It fills my heart. I think as far as me serving on this board, it definitely has given me purpose. Healthcare is a human right, and everyone should have access to healthcare. And the fact that we were able to provide healthcare for more folks that work so hard for LACCD is huge. And I hope we can expand it.
This is a really tremendous win. One, it demonstrates collaboration between board leadership and the faculty union, but also it shows the dedication of our faculty, for our full-time faculty, for our adjuncts. I'm just so overcome and overwhelmed by it. The win is tremendous because everybody deserves to have health care. Our instructors' working conditions and living conditions are our students' learning conditions. And if we are not adequately prepared for taking care of our faculty, we can't take care of our students. So this is a win because I don't believe that any other community colleges offer health care for their adjuncts. And this will be the standard, I hope, moving forward for other community colleges in terms of making sure that our adjunct professors are taken care of.
Yeah, so look, as a social justice issue, this is long overdue. I mean, when you really think about how adjunct professors are part-time, but a lot of them really are full-time, right? Because of how many courses they teach. And so the only thing that makes a difference is that this has become a social justice issue where part-time folks need to have health insurance because they're putting in the work.
Well, it's an amazing and historic event for everyone. That is that we believe that healthcare is both a civil and a human right. So I'm very, very pleased that we were able to put something together and receive some funding that would allow us to expand healthcare coverage for our adjuncts. So it's something that we've been wanting to do, but not have the capacity to do. So with the state investment, with Governor Newsom's $200 million that he's put in to this pool of funds, it was enough of a nudge for us to say we can do this. So our teams got together. Our groups got together and we put something together that we think is fair, equitable, inclusive, and will expand healthcare coverage ultimately to all of our adjunct faculty who work very hard for our district. So this is a way to respect them, to see them, and to ensure that they're healthy and their families are healthy. Because we know that when our adjunct faculty are healthy, and they're well, that they're better teachers in the classrooms. When that occurs, our students succeed. And the student success is the main goal. So this is a nice victory, if you will, a nice opportunity to celebrate, to uplift this MOU, perhaps as a state and national model for others who want to expand healthcare coverage for their adjunct faculty. So we're very proud. Our Board of Trustees has made very clear this interest, and very proud that we were able to deliver on this.
What, if any, advice would you give to somebody who lives in a different community college district and would like to see a deal like this made?
I would say speak to AFT 1521 and get some pointers. Ask to see their contract, their MOU, and begin to work from there. Think about what your employees need and how you can best make it happen. And just understand that the work with the board should be a give and take, not an adversarial one. And don't just assume that because you don't have it, that it isn't the intention of your board to make it happen.
So that's a really interesting question. I actually work at a different college district that we're not even offering something similar currently. And so I would tell them to advocate for it. There was a lot of community support, right? We had students, community, faculty, staff, political folks, just everyone really out here to explain why this was kind of a no-brainer. The money's there, the resources are there. It's not going to impact the district in a negative way, and it's just going to be pluses all around, right? Healthy people, healthy situation, healthy culture, healthy students, right? And so I think that you really want to hopefully look and see what LACC did here in this past maybe couple months, but I know to get the bill took a little bit longer, or the money it took a little bit longer, but I say advocate for your rights. Hopefully the other districts that are not on board, those decision makers will look to see what LACC did today in the past few months and be adaptable and get on board because it's the right thing to do.
Do you have anything else you'd like to say?
No, I would like to say thank you to the student trustees. You all spoke and to advocate for this, and I think it's a huge part of what happens, right? We all need to help each other out because if you lift up one person, like they were saying, everyone gets lifted up, and I think today is a huge win for everyone.
Yeah, look, I think that this hopefully motivates the rest of the state of California and the other college districts to implement healthcare for adjunct faculty and also for all the part-timers out there in the nation, right? That we as the largest community college district set that tone and that they get encouraged to do it. The students really need to understand how important it is to work with your professors, especially if they're adjunct or part-time professors, and be able to look at the way that they're also communicating and learning from that professor, because that professor has a lot of world information. They have a lot of information from their jobs because a lot of them have full-time jobs, and that's the way they teach part-time. So they're actually a really important resource. So I would tell students to learn from their adjunct professors, understand that everyone has the right to healthcare, and that the fact that they fought for it alongside adjunct professors and really fought hard to make sure their professors had health insurance, I want to tell the students that they should be proud.
Your persistence is your resistance. It's difficult to balance life, school, work, and other circumstances, but ultimately it's about persistence. And if you are indeed in need of assistance, reach out. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. In fact, it is a sign of self-awareness. And we have amazing, gifted, talented support staff, counselors, faculty, administration who care about the success of students. So I would say persist, be self-aware, and if you have any needs, let us know. We can't help you if we don't know. So I would say continue, la lucha sigue, and a seguir adelante.
As we wrap up this episode, we would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to all those who played an instrumental role in achieving the historic victory for community college adjunct faculty in attaining healthcare benefits across California. We extend our sincere appreciation to Political Director Dr. Montero, our Organizing Director Siyun, our Los Angeles Community College District Trustees Hernandez, Hoffman, Veres, Buena, Eno, Henderson, and Vea. our LACCD Chancellor Rodriguez, Chief Negotiator Bill Ilerton-Selig, and our part-time healthcare work group consisted of Ruby Christian Broham, Chris Coffer, and Grace Chi. We would also like to give a special shout-out to our dedicated member activists, including the Adjunct Faculty Action Committee, Contract Action Team, and our 9 chapter presidents who worked tirelessly to organize for this remarkable triumph on their respective campuses. A special mention goes to Jessica St. Paul, the Adjunct Faculty Action Committee co-chair, for her exceptional leadership. We would be remiss not to acknowledge the invaluable support of the California Federation of Teachers, with a particular recognition to Chase Golding for spearheading the coordination efforts statewide. Thank you all who fought for this victory we did not mention. Without the collaborative efforts, unwavering dedication, and collective passion of all these individuals and groups, this milestone achievement for adjunct healthcare in community colleges wouldn't have been possible. Thank you all for your remarkable contributions and commitment to advancing the welfare for our community college faculty.